Okay, so I'm here with the December. If you guys could all please introduce yourself and what you play in the band.
Yeah. My name is Corbin. I'm a drummer for the December.
I'm Levi. I play guitar and write music and sing for the December.
And I'm William Scott, and I do bass guitar, and I sing sometimes, not a whole lot though.
Tell me how you guys come up with the band name.
It started with me way back in high school, a long time ago. Probably not interview friendly, but I was walking to go do something, and it was in the middle of spring break, and it started snowing. So I just said, hey, December, cool band name. And that just carried its way 5 years later after high school when we started the band.
Yeah, so I don't think Levi was involved when Will brought it up, brought the name up, but Will just remembered the name December, and we just kept with it.
That's a pretty easy thing to remember. Pretty easy word.
It's a shitty month. It's cold. No one likes the cold.
Santa Claus isn't real.
Sorry, kids.
When did you guys start as a band?
We started about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when everything, the pen and the paper hit. We actually started writing the riffs, and the music kind of just all fluctuated from there.
Yeah. How every band starts, we kind of
Smoked a lot of weed.
get under the influence and just decide we want to write some songs.
Well, speaking of influence, like what bands or artists are you guys influenced by?
We're heavily inspired by a lot of your grunge movement, like Local H, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, but I tie in a lot of roots like MC5, the Ramones. Classic 70s punk influences me a lot as well, and then like your 80s synth and new wave goth is pretty big inspiration too. We draw a lot of inspiration from a lot of stuff though. We like a lot of different genres. We're all very multi-genre people. So we kind of just sit at the workbench and like, hey, let's take some of this and that, throw it together.
The way I describe it, we're like a band that's stuck in the 90s playing old songs. So
Yeah.
think of it like that.
Or like we blur the line between like the rock hits and the pop hits, like in underground punk.
We know how to please the people.
Yeah.
We'll play the people pleasers. Yeah. Except for fucking Freebird. We're not playing Freebird.
I mean, you guys kind of reflect that with like your set list. You guys play some like 50 songs, 60 songs, but a lot of the 90s as well.
Yeah, we really like taking those old 50s songs like Dion and Belmont and all of them and just doing what the Ramones did and just punk it up. Just take it and don't change anything about it other than the tempo, and that's what we like to do with a lot of those.
Current music is great, but there's something about going back and kind of appreciating what the people before you have done and kind of not just like reinventing the wheel, just try to make the wheel better. So that's what we try to do.
So I noticed you guys did some like original songs in the set tonight. Like, tell me about some music you guys have been working on.
Been digging into a lot of, like, I've been writing with him and he's been starting his new job, so it's been hard to get him in there with writing, but we've been writing a lot of originals, been reflecting a lot on my past life decisions that have led me here and there, and we've been using a lot of that to make some pretty raw material. We got a couple of tracks, about 4 or 5 you'd say. We're working on a lot more originals and stuff, and trying to get the music out there is a big thing too. Just recording, getting it out there. Even if it's a demo, we just want it out there.
And about early 2019 or late 2018, the first song I ever wrote, marker to paper, was Oh Hey Hi, and I only had the main riff, and then once they got involved, he came up with the drum pattern on it, and Levi came up with the breakdown of it, and the breakdown is like one of my favorite parts. So yeah, it's just that song in particular I'm really proud of. Oh Hey Hi.
Yeah, so imagine our older originals, they started out very minimal and simple, and then as we play them live, they do get better. Like, it's a practice for us, it's jamming, it's entertaining, it's everything we do is everything, like, almost.
Do you guys have any plans for like studio material or like an album or an EP or something like that?
We are jumbling around. We're keeping our eye out for a lot of producers in town. We don't want to just limit ourselves to one person. We want to do a single with them, single with them, and just kind of see who can mix us the best. Because there's so many talented people in this town. But for instance, there's people who could do us really good, but do a country band bad. And then there's a guy who can do a country band great, but he can't do us great, you know. So we're looking around, but we like to do it all on our own. And recording everything alone, and it's hard. It's a lot harder to do it that way, but there's something more empowering about recording it. Plus that, if it sucks, then you can't blame anyone but yourself. So, as they said, Robert Plant did, you know, no one's fault but mine.
We're looking to get sponsored by GarageBand. So iPhone, if you want a punk rock band to endorse you, then Steve Jobs, come up from the grave.
Yeah, come out from the grave.
Yeah.
Give us a shout out.
Ironically, recording this on an iPhone, so it comes full circle with that.
Full circle of life there.
If you have an iPhone, I encourage you to at least dabble with GarageBand. It's a great app.
Yep.
What are your guys' goals, like short term as a band? Like, let's say, like,
See the world. Get out of this shithole of a town. Just see the world. Share our music. Even if people don't like it, fuck it. You're hearing it. You know, just get out there, make people happy, make people smile. More importantly, make our lives happier. You know, we all have our struggles, and I think it's just about keeping the friendship going, but doing it together, seeing this shit not separate but together. It's one of my big goals for us, is get us out of this town. So when we come back, we'll be like hometown heroes. People don't want to, you know, come out more and stuff. But I think another big goal for me as well personally is just continuing to build the music scene in St. Joe. It's gotten to be very big and beautiful, and it's only growing more and more. And there's a lot of talented musicians in this town who they just won't come out because there's nervousness or anxiety. They're scared, and I say fuck that. You know, it happens, it does, but get out here because everyone's welcoming. You know, no one judges, and we're just here to build the scene more. So I think that's a big goal for me.
I'd say like a short-term goal, a few that I have in mind would be, like you said, to build the scene up, and I want to be like one of the hardest working bands. Like go to most open mics, although like, as far as what we're doing now, we go almost every Wednesday and Thursday to open mic at Unplugged and the open mic at Skate Bar.
Yeah, we've built a streak for a while of being at open mics and being out and about.
I just want to be very established to make sure, like, beat people over the head with that this is our home base, but eventually branch out. But I want everybody that's in the music scene to at least see us once and to experience what we have to offer. But the end goal, long-term goal, would be to travel more, to pack everything up in a van and to travel the world and play music.
Yeah, like once we get a few more originals, like once we have like something we could call a set of originals, we can probably branch out more. That's when we'd probably go out of town. Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask about the t-shirt design. It's like a cyclops, I think?
It's
like,
that's an interesting, yeah, so our friend, his name's Osiris, he works at Skate Bar. He also works at, I believe, with a shirt company. He was the one who made them for us. He sent us the logo. We were all three like, that's kind of fucking cool looking. But I was like, what if we put an eyeball on them? So it kind of more distinguished, so you can kind of like see, you know, what you're looking here. And so Will told him, like, send that, you do an eyeball, and sent us a picture. We were like, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, it's like we established it as like a sewer monster named Ogie. We named him Ogie.
We named him Ogie.
Ogie the sewer monster. Yeah. Will has a more detailed.
And in my mind, I think that Ogie the sewer monster, the way I picture him is he's just he's a fun-loving monster that just wants to listen to our covers. He doesn't care about our originals. He just wants to listen to the songs he knows, but he can't, and that's the tragedy of him is that he's
Stuck in the sewer.
Yeah, he's stuck in the sewer, and he's like he can't climb out because he doesn't have any joints.
Operation Free Okie.
What's his
The
favorite
more
song?
banties you buy, the more free he is.
His favorite song we haven't even covered yet. It Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's
I feel like Megalodon is his favorite.
He doesn't like
probably.
originals.
He's a sludge. He's a sludgy character. Yeah.
We're not gonna play Teen Spirit for Ogie though. Probably not.
yeah, that's the Wonder Woman song we won't do.
That's, yeah.
I mean, so what happens when he gets free?
Havoc. I mean, he won't, but if he did, it'd probably be pretty bad. Probably be pretty bad for this town.
Yeah, because who knows? Maybe he'll actually listen to because he thinks he likes us, but he doesn't. He doesn't have ears, so there's no way that he could actually listen to us. He's just seen things, and he knows that we like play way too much, and so that's the tragedy of him. He can't listen to us. If he did, he'd probably not listen to us.
We need Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics needs to write this, but
Okay, so I got one more question for you guys. So I guess ultimately, like what do you guys want people to get out of your music?
So like being a beginner, or like I guess we've been doing this 2.5 years, but I still feel like a beginner. There's never any end to learning, but every time I get up there and I get off, people tell me, guys, you sound better every time you play, or they go up to me and they're like, Corbin, you look like you had a lot of fun up there, or you are really fun to watch. And so all those mess ups tonight, every mess up that we have is like, it doesn't matter at all to me. Like, as long as it looks like I'm having fun and people are having fun watching us play, that is what I want to get out of our music, is what people want.
yeah, like I said, yeah, really what it boils to is just would like people to come out, not because we want them, but just because they want to come out. And I want people to enjoy themselves, you know, listen to that shit, be like, wow, we had a guy, actually a promoter in town, say, like, every time you all play, you sound like my college dorm room in the 90s. I'm hearing Local H, Nirvana House, and just shit I'd hear when I was in the college in the 90s. And we like that kind of stuff. We like the comments and stuff like that. And I guess I just want people to come out and enjoy themselves. It's all about fun. It's all about enjoying yourself. That's all music is.
I guess a sense of nostalgia could be it too. You could get a sense of nostalgia from us if you grew up listening to the stuff like I
Oh
did.
shit, I remember smoking weed out of a Pepsi can in the 90s to this in my car with a cassette. And you're like,
What?
oh yeah, well, I didn't have that, but I'm cool, you did. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd say like I want people to get out of this is that we're not in it for clout. We're not in it for popularity, politics. We want to see everybody else succeed, and my goal at least, and I would assume our goal is that we want to build the scene up. We want people to have a good time. We don't care if 100 people show up or 2 people show up. We want to give them
Best damn show they've ever seen.
I want to give them their money's worth, and just about getting better, as growing and getting better as musicians, as friends, as an artistic trio, just finding ways to get better and to evolve, and like I said, not recreate the wheel, but just make it a little bit better.